sorry. I whacked my my microphone. Well. A surprise. Who knew that I streamed at this time? If you looked at the schedule on Twitch and or Discord, you would know. Happy Sunday, happy Easter to all of you here. Today we are back on our Ace Attorney investigations, shenanigans, and I'm excited because we saw is her name pronounced Francesca? Franz? I don't really know how to pronounce the name, but I'm excited. And I'm keen. And honestly, we might as well jump right into it. Especially because I need to change the settings. I think I can only do that in the game. Oh wait, pause. Options. Oh, never mind. Art style. So last time we played Pixel, so we're gonna go back to our HD resolution and style of graphics. So now we continue. I honestly, I don't know. I feel like the episode 2, I don't know if we're going to finish it or otherwise, but I'm oh, if only we could see what she looked like in this mode. Anyways, let's pause. We're gonna look at our profiles because we get to see everybody in that we've met. So Franziska. Oh, it is not Francesca. What did I say in the beginning? Daughter of my mentor, Manfred von Karma, became a prosecutor at age 13. I was in freaking high school not doing anything at that age. And now we have Gumshoe, homicide detective at the local precinct. It's interesting that, like, he's come out all this way as well. To be honest, I don't even know. To me, he's a bit of an enigma. Appearing as he has. Alrighty, but let's have a look around. I can't believe there's no one manning the counter when a murder has just occurred. Oh. I should try to get some information out of Detective Gumshoe first. Oh, I kind of like the newer graphics. I appreciate it. Lunchland. Not bad. I guess it's gotten big enough to warrant its own brand shops. Which should I go with? I recommend our airport special. World Flags lunchboxes. Only available for a limited time. We have a variety of lunchboxes made up to look like different countries' flags. I wonder if they're aiming to take Lunchland to the international market? I mean, I wonder what's on her back. Let me, get out of the way. What is on her back? This guy is so sleepy. This man was in first class with me. He was quite shaken up by the whole affair. Oh, that's him? I did it. I made it the whole flight. I'm not scared of turbulence anymore. He must have been pretty scared. He's repeating the same thing over and over to himself. Oh my god, he got the Lunchable! Looking from behind, I think I've seen this man somewhere before. Yum. In Soviet Russia, Wild Flags lunchboxes eat J00. Found it! Lol. Oh, I feel a wave of creative powers coming on. It's over 9,000! Lols! I don't know how I feel about saying that out loud. For my next lead move, it's gonna be the Steel Samurai, warrior of New Old Tokyo, versus the World Samurai, champion of Earth. It's gonna... I don't even know how to... Rocks? What? I don't even know that one. It's gonna rocks Oz, so many boxes? Boxars? I don't even know. So, the Steel Samurai is finally getting a movie. Interesting. What a view of the planes preparing for takeoff. Besides the turbulence, they're really not at all that bad as a mode of transportation. This child seems to be happily enjoying the sight of so many planes. Wow, I'd love to take a run down that runway. Oh, the youth of today. So much potential, yet so misguided. Yep. Yep. And I think that's about it that we can examine around here. So, hello, Key. Okay, that's it. Hello, Gumshoe. Oh, let's talk about Franziska von Karma. Miss von Karma just kind of popped up at the prosecutor's office about a week ago, sir. Something about chasing down leads related to a certain incident. No details? It's kind of top secret, so she can't talk about it, even with me, sir. Knowing her, the only type of talking she likes to do is with her whip. Plus, I doubt the top secret part was what stopped her from talking to you, Detective. Edgeworth! I talk to Gumshoe any day. Although, I wonder if her case has anything to do with mine. Oh, look at him! Okay. Initial investigation. So, how is the initial investigation going? We just shipped the body off to the coroner's office. And we're taking statements now, sir. That sounds like Franziska. She was always good at quick responses to a case. I'd say she was, a little too quick, sir. Oh? How so? I rushed on over as soon as I got word of the affair, sir. But somehow, when I got here, Miss Von Karma was already here barking at orders at everyone. It was kind of creepy, as though she knew there had been a murder or something. And had come in advance to await your flight's arrival. That is sort of odd. I feel like maybe her top secret, job was to make sure the guy that perished came safely here, landed safely here, but there was probably like a chance where they knew he wasn't going to. Hi, Ringo! Welcome in. How you doing today? Oh, she did show up rather quickly and out of the blue. Plus, I still don't know why she's here in America. Oh, is that where we are? I forgot. Oh, true. You know what? It makes sense. Tired? Just woke up from nap. Now time for work? The grind never stops. I salute you, Ringo. You're the best. Never forget that. You're a hard worker. I hope work for you goes well today. There must be some backstory to all of this. Anyway, that's about all the info I have, sir. We should find out some more as we investigate. Yes, it is high time to resume my investigation. Thank you. Hope your day's been... It has been good. I only woke up like an hour ago. The day is still young for me, and I thought, you know, we might as well start off with a lovely stream today. And then I have dinner later today, methinks. I have to make sure it's confirmed. I hope your whole weekend's been good. Do you have a long weekend? In Australia we do. But poor Mr. Edgeworth, he's got no time to rest because we're going to start talking with the people too. The people involved in this case afresh. Are we gonna re-talk to everybody? Oh, we are. Okay. I was gonna say, let's present. Should we present anything? I don't think he's gonna say anything. I mean, let's present our badge, our trusty badge. Oh, sorry. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I think something just fell out of your pocket. What are you... Ugh. So, did something fall out or not? I didn't, get a good look, sir. It doesn't concern you, so don't worry about it. My prosecutor's badge, of all things! Gumshoe must never know that I dropped it. Oh, wow! Oh, hi, Yui! Welcome in! It's good to see you. Hello, hello! We continue our ace attorney, and I'm happy to see you around. I mean, my weekend is technically during the week, so I kind of know. I end up sleeping half of the day for one. I see. Well, regardless, I hope you are nice and well rested. It's always good to... Oh, we can go back? Where we going? Pause. No! Can we go back out? I thought I had to, like... Uh-oh. I didn't get to speak to the people in the other end. No! Thank you. I will stretch and I will hydrate as well. I hope all of you will hydrate and stretch too. March 12, 1:37 p.m. on flight G390, second floor of the first class. Oh! We didn't. I hope we can go back. I missed out. Wait. Okay, we'll play all this. We'll play all the dialogue that's gonna happen. And if we can't go back, I'm going to bring us back and replay everything with Gumshoe so we can see what dialogue we've missed. Apologies. I didn't know I could come in here. Anyways, Francisca says, so you must be the captain. Why, yes I am. And who might you be? I am the prodigy prosecutor, Francisca von Karma, and I have a few questions for you. Don't you dare, Captain. Getting friendly with another woman. I'll never forgive you if you do. I feel like this is not the relation that you want with your cabin crew. Oh, what are you talking about? I only have eyes for you, my dear Cammy. Oh! Oh my goodness. I think we missed some dialogue with some of the characters in the other room. Or in the airport. Captain? Captain dating a cabin crew member? I'm onto you. I wouldn't bet money on our dear captain to be much of a reputable person. That's what I'm thinking. Sure you don't want to ask the captain some questions, sir? He was in the cockpit the entire time. I highly doubt he would know anything of use. Anyway, I like to leave that type of witness to Francisca and her whip. Whoa! Ah! What was that? That scared me too. And away they go. Oh wow, we are going deep in. Cammy is already sus enough now there, right? Can this guy, like, I don't know. He's like a kettle. He's always on boiling point. March 12, 1:40, flight G390, first floor lounge. Now see here! Ack! Sorry, I'm sorry! How long do you intend to hold me? It is impossible for me to be the criminal. I told you. Mr. LeBlanc. Oh, it's you. Tell this man to stop stopping me from going. Time is money. I don't have even 1 second of wasteful time to spend. Okay, well, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go see if we can talk to the people in the airport. We can! Okay, awesome. This is what we missed out. What a view of the planes preparing for takeoff. I want to ride a plane someday and go overseas. Have you never been to another country before, detective? Nope, not yet, sir. I don't even have a passport. But I've been trying to save up for that eventual someday. A penny a day, to be precise. At that rate, you won't be making any trips until well after retirement. Yeah, right? Looking from behind. I think I've seen this man somewhere before. Oh, okay. So we've already seen this one before. So we'll just continue. Mr. Edgeworth, we've got to get him some water. Found it! A lol. Now, we read this before, but now we have Gumshoe's added perspective into these topics too. Yeah, good thing it was a false alarm. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? The Steel Samurai is finally getting a movie. Completely ignoring me, as usual. Oh, Gumshoe! Edgeworth, give Gumshoe a raise. You can afford the 10. Yeah! Surely if he does, you know, he can afford an overseas trip. This man was in the first class with me. He was quite shaken up by the whole affair. I'd be pretty scared too if I got caught up in a murder investigation, sir. I did it. I made it the whole flight. I'm not scared of turbulence anymore. This life is proof I made it alive. It's now my prized possession. How could you just take that from the plane? It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. It's got nothing to do with the murder, at least. Lunchland. Not bad. I guess it's gotten big enough to warrant its own branch shops. Ooh, I've always wanted to give their steak lunch a try. Which should I go with? And then this part we've already read as well, so Gumshoe's expression. If you really want one that badly, detective, why don't you go ahead and buy one? Is that okay, sir? Thanks! Alright, then I'm really gonna get one. Here I go. Excuse me, miss. I'll take a Star-Spangled Banner lunchbox, please. I hope he's aware that's the most expensive one on the menu. I guess he never will. Awesome. Okay, this is almost the entire... Oh, the boy. This child seems to be happily enjoying the sight of so many planes. I'm all excited to see this many planes too. Just look at all the sides of those things. Do you like planes too, mister? The balance between the main wings and the tail wings is really something, huh? It seems that this child derives his pleasure from a different aspect. Oh, but I've also got a thing for the shape of the wings too. Here, mister, you can stand next to me. So how about the plane's wing? Thank you, detective, for leaving me out of this conversation. Well, there you go. I can't believe there's no one manning the counter when a murder has just occurred. Relax, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm here. I'll make sure nothing else happens. See, I would feel so protected with Gumshoe around. You are precisely why I can't relax. Oh. Well, that's a bit rude. Anyways, now that we've talked to everybody here, let's low-key, let's have a little chat. What's happening here, Cammy? If I may have, I can't even speak. If I may have a word with you, Miss Meal. No, you may not have a word with me. I don't want to talk to any other man except for the captain right now. Me too, Cammy. I will never talk to another This definitely looks like a job for Francisca. Oh my goodness. What did I ever do to deserve this? More than this job. All I truly love is my sweet Cammy. Might I suggest you not say that at this moment in front of Francisca? What is going on? Francisca, I'd like to ask you about the investigation. Miles Edgeworth, can't you see that I'm in the middle of taking his statement? This man is only captain in title. I'm going to teach him to do his job properly. Ow! Okay. From now on, I'll keep my focus and take my responsibilities seriously. He's really trembling there. If it makes him take his job seriously, it's not such a bad thing, is it? Why are you looking at me like that, sir? Alrighty. Let's have a look at everything here, and then we'll go back down and talk to Mr. I forgot his name. There's nothing supernatural about earthquakes and elevators. Although, is it just me, or do elevators have a long-standing hatred for me? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, this urn. So it's an urn. Did we establish that last time? I was like, is it an urn or is it a vase? I couldn't quite recall. This urn's got a seatbelt strapped tightly around it. It must be of great value to Mr. LeBlanc then. Yeah, I guess if you don't want to churn your urn, then it's always best to buckle up. I mean, I give Gumshoe 2 points for that one. Obviously. But did that have anything to do with the case, detective? Nobody gets my jokes. Don't worry, I got it. We got it. Even though it was kind of 2 points out of 5. Mr. Edgeworth, what is this super expensive looking feast of Jurassic proportions? It's just the food they serve in first class. Wow, I'm so jealous, sir. I want to ride in first class sometime. Right, when pigs fly and I own my private jet. Wow. This was my seat. Wow, you read law books even when you're flying, sir? Were you expecting anything less? Now, come along, we must hurry to the crime scene. Hold on a sec. There's a different book stuck in here. The Steel Samurai's Detective Gumshoe! Am I going to have to charge you with invasion of privacy? Why is he like this? Is he... Loosen up, buddy! Just stop acting so, like, cold-hearted and you know, brushing off the shoulder. Let loose! If only. I don't think Edgeworth's ever gonna be like that. To proceed, this was the victim's seat. His jacket's just lying there, and his spilled leftover coffee's still there too. I don't suppose anyone ever expects to die. No. As morbid as that is. That's a really big floaty, but isn't it a bit too early in the year for swimming? Detective, that is not for swimming. It's a lifesaver. So, you can't swim with one of these? No, I mean, I suppose you could, but that's not what they are intended for. Well then, see, it's the same as a floaty. You shouldn't go around confusing people, sir. Why do I feel I've just kicked a puppy? What's this? What is it, detective? Did you find an important piece of evidence? A giant parfait on top of bread and steak! Paint me jealous, sir. It's a feast. Yeah, right? Maybe I should just let him have the giant parfait so that we can move on. Is it pronounced parfait or I don't think the T is pronounced. Alas. The man in the seat was constantly drinking something. You know, right before payday, I do nothing but drink the soup from my instant noodles. Oh, Gumshoe. Oh. He's got nothing. He has nothing else to eat. That much sodium can't be healthy. You might want to go in for a checkup. Did you really think I was serious? I did. I'm sorry, sir. I'll never make a joke like that again. What does he eat other than noodles? Oh. The man in the seat was the one we just saw out in the airport lobby hyperventilating. If he's so scared to fly, then why take an airplane to begin with? Yeah, if he's that scared, he should have caught a ferry or a cruise ship or something. Either way, were you okay with the turbulence, Mr. Edgeworth? Ah, yes. It was nothing I couldn't handle. I should have figured, right? As if you'd get on a plane if you were scared of them. Indeed. If only he knew. Okay, well, I think that's everything here that we can take a look at. So that is awesome. Oh, actually. A mountain's worth of empty bottles are lined up here. And look, all of them have a letter inside, sir. Let's see. I'll order anything as many times as it takes, just to see your lovely face. My beloved Miss De Niro. Is what they say, is what they all say. Oh, okay, but what if they were in cahoots with one another? This passenger and Miss De Niro. Hi, K-Tree! Welcome in. How are you today? I'm good. Oh my gosh. I'm doing well, thank you. It is a lovely day in Australia, but it's nice and sunny and warm. I'm good. I'm glad to hear it. Do you have any plans today? It's lovely to have you in here. Get cozy and comfy, or if you're out and about, consider this a podcast. It is nighttime for me. Oh, sleeping soon. Honestly, I think I slept late. I think I slept at like 3 a.m. Oh, okay. What games are you gonna be playing today? Oh no! It's okay, it's okay. I slept in to some degree. Valorant? Oh no, I also played Valorant last night before I went to bed. I love that. Well, that's a good use of the right? No, absolutely. And it's good to see that you're doing it too, or making the most out of your weekend. I hope you'll get to sleep in. No, it's good to see you. No, good luck and have fun in your Valorant games. Thank you. I shall. No, I appreciate you. Thank you. To proceed, Edgeworth says to Gumshoe, please put them back in the bottles, detective. Yeah, I can't destroy the beautiful love here by ruining the letters by accident. If only he knew. I feel like Loki, they're in cahoots with one another. Thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate you. Alrighty, before we go talk to him, let's examine the entire area and then proceed. They've got a piano on this plane? Hey, do you think I can try it out, sir? I think you would know better than to randomly touch things at a crime scene, detective. Besides, I didn't know you knew how to play. Of course I do. I'm practically proficient. Interesting. The things you learn about people on a daily basis. I can get Do and Re to come out just right, sir. 2 notes does not a proficient pianist make, detective. Well, you know, points for trying, I guess. Hey, this statue. What about it, detective? Did you notice something? I saw this guy in a dream last night. The resemblance is uncanny, sir. You saw him in your dreams? Well, yeah. I saw him, and then I arrested him. I wanted to show you just how vital I am in your partnership. In our partnership, I should say. Being useful in your sleep is of no help to me in the real world, detective. Oh, just hear my hair, Edgeworth. I would. Looks like we can't go beyond here, sir. Plus, the body's been sent off to the medical examiner's office for an autopsy. Well, we looked at everything beforehand, so... Miss Edgeworth, you have to see this chair. It says, in honor of Rocker Pals Day. And what exactly is the big deal with these Rocker Pals? Right? Yui, I don't think he's ever going to. They're a seriously sweet Swiss superstar rock band, sir? Makes me want to listen to one of their songs right now. Sorry, I got lost in that forest of S's just now. Do you want me to explain it to you again? You know, detective, I think I'll have to take a rain check on that, regrettably. There weren't many S's on it. There are a few copies of Sky Magazine in the magazine rack. This month's special. Oh, it looks like it's an English trivia quiz. Oh, I've got one. What starts with I and ends and means boldly rude and disrespectful? The answer is most definitely insolent. Time's up. Sorry, sir, but the correct answer is insolvent. Detective Gumshoe, don't tell me your English ability is at the same level as him. Well, you know, at least they tried. Edgeworth doesn't seem like the person to listen to rock. I feel like he's someone who, like, listens to classical music. You know, the classics. A bit of Beethoven, a bit of Mozart. I don't even know. I mean, maybe he just listens to anime OSTs, especially since he likes the samurai. Oh man, there's a really pretty lady in that plane over there. How does he see that far? Ah! She's looking over here. Quick, sir, wave at her with me, please. Gumshoe, shooting your shot, I see. I refuse to be your wingman on this. Classical softcore J-pop type of person? Actually, no, I feel that. Do you think Gumshoe listens to, like, I feel like he would listen to, like, heavy metal, rock, and then the occasional, like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Gumshoe would listen to everything, and he'd be like, yeah, I like it. It sounds good. I like it. And he'll just say that for everything. Now, let's have a chat to this guy. Sir, you can't go in there. I'm Miles Edgeworth. I'm one of the prosecutors on this case. So please let me through. I'm very sorry, sir. No one is allowed to enter without Miss Von Karma's express permission. But I'm on the case. Just because you're on the case, Edgeworth, doesn't mean you can go in. It's not as simple as that. Yes, I understand that. But I also have explicit instructions not to let you through. Oh! From Miss Von Karma! Why would you do this to me, Franziska? Oh, he is a suspect. Alrighty, well, let's talk to him now. Did you finish taking his statement yet? Yep, all done, sir. I do not concern if you're not done examining the cargo hold. I want my cargo back. LeBlanc's cargo. If you make a single scratch on my art, you will pay. Art? What sort of art? Mr. LeBlanc is an art dealer, so he's got a bunch of artwork down in the cargo hold, sir. There's practically a mountain of them, large and small. From folk costumes to stone statues, I set all kinds of arts. I sell. I think I need to wake up. Oh, I sell all kinds of arts. Folk costumes? Speaking of which, Mr. LeBlanc's hat. It kinda looks like that other piece of cloth. I know what you're saying, because that's what I thought as well. The bloody cloth. Found inside the suitcase, its beautiful pattern has been soiled by blood. And we did take a look at it last time, so we're just gonna present it. Mr. LeBlanc, can you please take a look at this for me? Oh, oh yeah, that's right. Burgundian? It's a Burgundian cloth. As I suspected. Your hat is made of the same material, I suppose. Yes, of course. This fabric is so famous, orders come from over the seas for more. Oh, so it's Burgundian cloth, world famous export of Burgundia. Its beautiful pattern has been soiled by blood. Then this is the cargo you were talking about earlier. No. My cargo this time is much, many gigantic. You, detective, when can I have my cargo moved? You can get your cargo back when we're done investigating, pal. The stubbornness of you police, it is no good. And it is no good that attendant refuses to exit the attendant's room too. That attendant? I wonder if he's talking about Miss Tenero. That's what I was thinking as well, actually. Interesting. I was gonna say, there's I don't recall anyone else being identified as Burgundian. So, Rhoda Tenero. What did you mean by that attendant, Mr. LeBlanc? She was taken into the attendant's room for an interview. And then they still have not come out. They make no sign of coming out either. I was finished with my own interview much earlier, quicker than her. Why is Miss Tenero's interview the only one that's taking up so much time? Oh! She's beautiful! She's beautiful. Even when she's angry. You can't fault her. Cammy does have a unique hair color. She does. Miles Edgeworth, you were given free rein to examine the plane, weren't you? Yes, I was able to obtain cooperation of the flight attendants. Speaking of attendants, I'd like to speak with Miss Tenero. I wonder if you might grant me permission to enter the flight attendant's room. Before I do, you still have to clear up a few issues surrounding your own circumstances. I understand. You may have tricked those attendants with your sophisticated talking, but you can't pull the wool over my eyes, Miles Edgeworth. Oh, damn! Okay. Oh, wait, let me up. Oh my goodness. I am excited! Franziska's logic. Let's not complicate things and go with the most obvious conclusion. She's so fine. She's so pretty. The scene of the crime was here, in the very lounge the body was discovered. From the time the victim was seen calling for an attendant until his body was found, the only person in this lounge the entire time was you, Miles Edgeworth. This unmistakably makes you the likeliest suspect. Blah, blah, blah. The likeliest suspect, Franziska. Do you have a problem with that? No, but it's not like you to use such vague wording. You're usually a bit more absolute. I'm simply trying to watch out for you. Or is my kindness too hard for you to comprehend? Thank you, but your leniency is unnecessary, for I will prove my innocence soon enough. If I want to continue my investigation, I'll have to break her line of logic fast. Okay. Obviously, we're going to press every statement. Let's not complicate things and go with the most obvious conclusion.
Hold it!
Don't you think you're being a bit rash by simply declaring me the culprit? I like my affairs to be simple and perfect. I'll show you the meaning of both when I finish this whole thing within 3 minutes. Hey! You say that like you're cooking a pack of instant noodles. Ow! Youch! I won't allow even 3 seconds of useless testimony to be uttered in my presence. I see she hasn't changed a bit, but I won't allow her to send me to prison so easily. The scene of the crime was here, in the very lounge.
Hold it!
So tell me, Franziska, do you know all there is to know about the crime scene? I know all that I need to know in order to arrest you. And nothing more. Are you saying there is more I need to know? Yeah! Why did you whip me, sir? Sorry, Scruffy. My hand must have slipped. Well, at least Gumshoe's literally there. Get down, Mr. President. He's taking all the whips. It would appear that Franziska doesn't have all the facts of this case yet. From the time the victim was seen calling for an attendant until his body was found.
Hold it!
What do you mean by seen? Please stop pretending like you don't know. It's insulting. Obviously, I'm talking about how Mr. Hicks was seen calling for an attendant at 5 a.m. And then, from the time after that call until the body was found, the only person in this lounge the entire time was you, Miles Edgeworth.
Hold it!
While it's true that I was in the lounge the whole time, that fact alone does not make me the criminal.
Objection!
We'll see about that at the conclusion of this investigation. However, there is one thing that even you must admit at this time. This unmistakably makes you the likeliest suspect.
Hold it!
Under the circumstances, I suppose I can agree that I am the most likely suspect. But I believe in you, sir. I don't think you did it. See, I need a Gumshoe in my life. If I didn't do it, he's gonna be like, no, she didn't do it. I need him. He's my ride or die. Miss Von Karma's gotta believe that too, right? I mean, you two are like simply, yow! Quiet, Scruffy. Even if we were related by blood, that's no guarantee that he's not a criminal. Franziska, I demand to see some proof that you are not the guilty party. The likeliest suspect. Huh. What a roundabout euphemism. But it would appear that she doesn't yet know about the new evidence that we acquired and where we acquired it. I'll take care of the gaps in our logic, one hole at a time. Everyone needs a Gumshoe, right? If there was like a little Gumshoe plushie, I would take him everywhere. Don't worry, Gumshoe. If you haven't been on a plane, I'll take you on a plane. Hi, Sherlock. Good afternoon to you. I think you're in the same time zone. How are you? Gumshoe is the one person who'd be loyal to the end. Legitimately, I feel like even if you betrayed him, he'd be like, it doesn't matter. I'm always gonna be on your side. Yeah, same time zone. Nice. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm racking my brain for what evidence do we present this time around. But otherwise, I'm good. I'm a little hungry, I'm not gonna lie. I think last time we talked about food and I need food. I'm hungry, but it's like public holiday Sunday, so everything's gonna be so expensive. Welcome in, get cozy, get comfy. If you're out and about, listen to this podcast, I guess. I still forgive you. Yeah, literally, that's literally gumshoe. Alrighty, so for the statement we're gonna present evidence is, I just don't know what statement to press on. This is probably not, it's probably the fourth one. The only person in the lounge was you. And then we have to show, do we show the grape juice footprints? Or do we, oopsies, do we do the suitcase? We will find out right now. I'm gonna lock this in.
Objection!
Oh, I messed up. I believe your testimony just now conflicts with this piece of evidence. And I believe that when you use the phrase, I believe, you are anything but certain. Which means that showing me that piece of evidence is just a way to waste time. Ah! There's no need to whip the evidence as well. Ow! Why did you whip me too, sir? One more victim besides myself and the evidence to add to the pile. What one do I do? Low-key, I would love that suitcase. This here is when I got whipped. Oh well, this here is when the suitcase got whipped. And I... This is a memory now in the memory banks. I'm thinking, I don't... From the... Surely... Oh, thank you. I will hydrate. I hope you'll hydrate as well. Okay, maybe it's this one. From the time the victim was seen calling for an attendant. Or... Oh, no, sorry. I don't even know why I said the third one. I'm... Help! I'm just grasping at straws. Okay, so this is probably where we present the suitcase. The scene of the crime was here in the very... Wrong. The scene of the crime... Well, okay, pause. The crime may have been here. Was here? Do I remember what happened last time? No, I don't, actually. The scene of the crime was here, but... The body might have been... Well, actually... From my understanding, the body was transported in the suitcase, right? I think... I think so. Anyways, I think this is where we present the suitcase. Time to find out. Hi, DJ! I lock my statement in.
Objection!
Oh, okay, thank God. Nuh-uh. It would appear that you did not have all the information you needed after all. Look, I really did yap and hope for the best. And you know, the answer finally came to me. I hope you've been well, DJ. I hope you slept well. And what does that mean? I found a nice piece of evidence just before I was forced to stop investigating. a piece that proves the body was moved from a different location. The killer used the suitcase to move the victim's body, meaning that the real scene of the crime is not this lounge at all.
Objection!
Now, who's the one rashly jumping to conclusions? So I may or may not have dozed off last night at the noise of everyone leaving woke me up. Oh no! Sometimes it really is just the pinging of it. Well, I'm glad you were able to doze off and rest though. I usually, personally, I have I think I have the join and Discord voice chat leave sounds muted. I basically have everything muted on Discord. So that's why I'm always like, who joined? If they don't have a soundboard intro, I don't know who joins. Excuse me? All you did find was this piece of cloth inside the suitcase. That doesn't prove that the body was moved. False. I have evidence that there was trails. Yeah, that's why I'm like, who joined? And I like never really have Discord open. If I do, it's on like it's hidden behind like other things on my secondary and third monitor. Also, the music, banger. I think it's banger. Anyways, it could be that the killer simply chose that suitcase as a good place to hide the cloth. I expected you would come to that conclusion. It would seem I can't escape that easily. You should know better than that. A Von Karma is perfect in every way. But did you know that the killer definitely wheeled that suitcase around at some point?
Objection!
As if there is proof of that. Where is the proof of that this suitcase was moved around right here? This is what I was looking at. Did we examine? Oh, we can't examine. Okay, well there you go. Take that!
Take that!
This spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. Yes, and I'd like to draw your attention to this area here. Where is the evidence that proves the killer dragged the suitcase through here? Here. Present.
Take that!
This mark here. Wouldn't you say that it looks suspiciously like tracks from two wheels? I suppose. Further, there is also grape juice residue on the wheels of the suitcase. This means that the suitcase containing the victim's body definitely passed through here. I suppose this means that the killer did move the victim's body from somewhere else. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
Objection!
Not so fast. This doesn't put you in the clear. Not by a long shot. Oh, come on, give it up. Oh, she's... Oh. Franziska's logic, part 2. You prepared yourself and acquired the piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence. And then you waited for the victim in the lounge where you beat him to death. Then, while you were in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase, the plane hit that patch of turbulence and out flew the body from the victim in the suitcase. Hello? And out flew the body from within the suitcase. With no way out, you hastily put the suitcase back where you had taken it from and pretended to be the discoverer of the body. That's a bit of a... I mean, if that helps us sleep at night, not a bad bit of logic for something you thought of on the fly. Yeah, legitimately. Just what are you insinuating? That I will show you exactly how flawed your logic is. No matter how strong of a face you put on, not even you can hide your fears from me. I'll expose the flaws in her logic in one fell swoop. Okay. Loki, Edgeworth is so cool. I mean, I feel like Phoenix Wright, he fumbles a bit, but I mean, he's so composed and he's so cool. Anyways, you prepared yourself and acquired the piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence.
Hold it!
And how do you suppose I was able to take the piggy bank out of its display case? As I recall, the case was locked. Well, that's easy. If the case was locked, you simply had to hit the glass like this. Yo! You've shattered my heart of glass! Oh, gumshoe. So, she wants to talk about the in-flight shop and the Captain Ugo Bank, does she? That takes care of how you obtained the murder weapon. Wrong! I already have evidence about the glass. Falling in. And then you waited for the victim in the lounge where you beat him to death.
Hold it!
I thought there wasn't any of the victim's blood found in the lounge. I thought you'd say that. What? Did you think I wouldn't have noticed? I think you've just found a way to cleverly hide the blood splatter in the lounge by accidentally spilling grape juice on top of it. Are you accusing me of tampering with the crime scene now? We'll see, won't we? The forensic scientists are hard at work on that as we speak. And what do you propose I did after that? Then, while you were in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase...
Hold it!
So I put the victim's body into the suitcase. And then, where was I headed, Francisca? That's pretty obvious. You were bringing it to first class where you could safely keep an eye on it. We're talking about this thing, you know. I'd hardly call it discreet or ordinary. Annoying brat. Well then, you were intending to leave it inside the elevator. But unfortunately for you, a wrench was thrown into your plans because... the plane hit that patch of turbulence and out flew the body from within the suitcase.
Hold it!
You've experienced turbulence on a flight before. Of course. Many times. You get used to it after a while. The patch we hit was especially rough, and I passed out briefly, but only for a second. Good thing it was only for a sec, sir. It'd been bad if you'd really blanked out. Yes. Indeed. Unfortunately, blanking out is exactly what got me into this mess in the first place. That's enough of your idle chatter. I'm not through with you yet, Miles Edgeworth. With no way out, you hastily put the suitcase back where you had taken it from.
Hold it!
If I were really a criminal, do you really think I would be so easily caught?
Objection!
You are certainly in the middle of being caught right now. Ugh. I have to find a contradiction fast or I won't have much of my own hide left to save. I have to say, you are looking rather caught right now. And I'll tell you exactly what you did after that. You loitered around in the lounge and pretended to be the discoverer of the body.
Hold it!
I didn't pretend to be anything. I really was the first to discover the victim's body. I suppose that's true. So then, you are yielding to my statements. Don't be foolish! I still insist that you are the killer. But, in that sense, you really were the first to discover the body to be dead. Well, no matter what I say, she seems dead set on making me out to be the killer. Her logic is reasonably sound, and the large majority of it reflects the truth. But there is one point about it that is not quite right. And I believe the statement that we have to present our evidence to would be this first statement. You prepared yourself and acquired the piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence. So let's open our evidence. I think we just do this one. This was taken out of its display case in the in-flight shop after. That's the key word. After the turbulence.
Objection!
The fact that you took this piece of evidence into account into your testimony is to be commended. Your legal prowess is certainly something to be feared. Evidence and logic. Essential tools that those who would stand in the courtroom must learn to master. Is this low-key passionate lawyers and like prosecutors are like? Because if so, they live a very interesting life. But what if there was a fake piece of evidence thrown into the mix? I don't think they're this enthusiastic about about this stuff. A fake? This, Captain Ugo Piggybank, is just a fake! It is not the real murder weapon. What? The timing of when the piggy bank was taken from the shop is important. Pretty much any sort of dramatized court thing is far removed from the reality of it all. Yeah. I think it would have been I don't know. I mean, I've never been to like a court session. I've never looked at it, never watched it online or anything. If I have, it's like little snippets here and there, but nothing like too major or big. I only see it through media. Like TV shows and stuff, but otherwise. To continue, and it was taken after the turbulence had occurred. But then, what about the blood on the bank? What do you make of that? I assume it was added after the murder, when the killer fabricated this weapon. Looking at it this way, the killer basically did 3 things after the turbulence. After exiting the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase to the shop and left it there. Then, the killer proceeded to pick the bank up from off the floor and took it to fabricate a fake murder weapon by hitting the victim on the head. Finally, the victim's wallet was planted on my personage, in my pocket to be precise. Everything was done so that I would be framed for the murder of Mr. Ackby Hicks. You there! Yes, ma'am. Other than this piggy bank, was anything else resembling a murder weapon found? We didn't find anything in this lounge, or in the shop that could be used as one, ma'am. Most of the items that could have been used were broken during the turbulence. And the remaining items all tested negative for any trace of blood. I see. Well, Miles Edgeworth, it appears your stall tactics are at an end. But it's possible that it's just hidden somewhere, sir. Eek! If the criminal had wanted to hide the weapon in a safer place, I'd think the weapon would have been hidden in the same place as the bloody cloth. Exactly what I was thinking. I didn't think that at all. Because the cloth was hidden inside that suitcase, it signals to me that the killer had not prepared a more secure place to hide the evidence. Which means that the real murder weapon is either still on the murderer's personage, or is still at the real crime scene.
Objection!
There is one more possibility, and that would be that the piggy bank is in fact the real weapon. But didn't we just Hold it! Let me finish. The killer took the bank out from the display case before the turbulence by opening the lock on the display case door. And it was at that time that the glass pane in the door was broken. I'd say that's a perfectly reasonable line of reasoning. Wouldn't you? Let's see. So that means that the killer had the keys to the display case. And the only person that had the key is Miss Tenero, because it's her shop. Uh-oh. Franziska, the person you're talking about. Not so fast. I'm not finished. The person I'm talking about also committed another sin. She tricked the captain and granted you permission to conduct your investigation. Yes, it is the sin of lying. Speaking of which, I recall that you also wish to speak with her. Yes. Very well. Permission granted, but only if I can sit in on your interrogation. Do we understand each other? I have no intention of interrogating her, but you are welcome to accompany me if you so wish. Miss Tenero is in the flight attendant's room. Let's move. Oh my goodness. Miss Tenero is in the flight attendant's room. Let's move. Oh, that blue door over there leads to the flight attendant's room, sir. Alright, let's see what Miss Tenero has to say for herself. You! Hurry and solve your murder! If you do not, how am I supposed to have my cargo returned to me? If you could please be patient. Just a little longer, Mr. LeBlanc. Hurry and solve it! Like a strike of thunder! It's as fast as lightning. And believe me, if I could, I would. Well, at least he's trying. I've been told by Miss Von Karma that you can now enter the flight attendant's room. Please feel free to look around. I will. Thank you. Now, to unravel Miss Tenero's true intentions. Let's speak to Gumshoe. Anything new with him? Oh, notice anything? Anything of interest, detective? Well, I can say that I don't quite know everything about the situation yet. So I was telling myself that I should go ask someone about the stuff I don't know. I mean, just because I don't know it doesn't mean someone else might not know it, right? It must be my imagination, but for a second I think I actually understood his logic. I'll give him, come on, give him points for that. Let's ask about and talk about Franziska's logic. Way to show her who's boss, Mr. Edgeworth. Not even Miss Von Karma's whip is a match for you. You give me too much credit. She simply didn't have all the information. To be sure, the fights will become tougher and tougher as this investigation progresses. And that's alright, Mr. Edgeworth. You've got me watching your back. I'll make sure to keep on supporting you any way I can. You just say the word, sir. Really? Then how about standing out in front and absorbing the whiplashes for me? He's basically been doing that. Alrighty, well, let's head on in then. March 12, 2:23 p.m. Flight G390, first floor, flight attendant's room. So, you're the one that poked around inside this plane without the captain's permission. Deviating from the flight attendant's manual is very unbecoming, you know. What were you hoping to accomplish by doing that? Miss Tenero. Mr. Edgeworth, you're here too? Can you please help us and shed some light on why you did what you did? All right. Fabulous! Yeah. What is all this junk inside these boxes? There's no rhyme or reason to any of it. That's how lost and found, Mr. Edgeworth. Who lost the freaking crown? That's what I'm saying. Gold crowns and swords and necklaces. It's like a treasure trove in here, sir. The fact that these were left on the plane implies they were carried onto it to begin with. Something tells me it's time for Goyu to send its metal detectors out for repairs. It's pretty easy to tell who sleeps in which bunk just by looking. I'm almost certain that the well-kept one up top belongs to Miss Tenere. Ew, this bottom one is a giant mess. You sloven, squalid scoundrel of a man. You dare to scrutinize a woman's bed and invade her privacy. Yo! There are some things in life best kept to yourself, detective. What exactly is this panel for? Ah, that's the emergency control panel for the elevator. We use it to stop the elevator on the first floor and to keep its doors open. Interesting. Oh, she looks so sad. I would like to present to you my prosecutor's badge. Oh, I always do this, my bad. I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't know how to answer you. As a professional flight attendant, I'm a failure. No! Wake up! It's okay! You're not! Okay, before we talk to her, let's continue with our investigation around here. And what are inside these boxes? Oh, those are some souvenirs I bought in Borginia. There's so many! There's even a second box! Well, yes. I find that folk art from around the world does great things for my creativity. Those suitcases certainly could have done with a whole lot less of your creativity. You always have to say something snarky, don't you? It's one of those suitcases designed by Miss Tenere. You can tell it's hardly ever been used by the lack of even a single scratch on it. So these are the attendant's lockers, huh? Let's hurry up and examine them, sir. Why must men always be so rude? Besides, who exactly gave you permission to search through the attendant's lockers? Wait, detective! It would be uncouth of us to look in a woman's locker without her permission. Yeah, I guess so. Plus, I feel this murderous draft and I can sense a whip not far behind. Alrighty, well, let's have a chat. Wow, Edgeworth, you keep kicking her down, right? This door leads to the cargo hold, but I can't let you through without Miss Von Karma's express permission. How big is this freaking ship? Ship? Airplane. Same thing. Not really. I'm baffled. That's not a bad way to handle this situation if it was any old case. But this isn't. So, between you and Miss Von Karma, who's better at their job? Oh, there is no comparison to be made, detective. None. Unused bag. Useless. What? Useless of a creativity? What else? I mean... Won't somebody please stop this man? He can't keep getting away with this. Alrighty. Captain's permission. Why did you lie about receiving the captain's permission like that? Because I didn't think I would be able to get his permission. What do you mean? The captain, he only has ears for Cammy. Yeah, we've definitely seen that. I spoke with the captain a little earlier myself. He definitely seems to be rather taken with Miss Meal. Yes, and on top of that, I had mistakenly accused Mr. Edgeworth of being the killer. I wanted to make amends. In that case, please allow me to thank you for what you did. Thanks to you, I was able to clear myself of all charges. Really? You were able to prove your innocence? Oh, thank goodness! Miss Tenero, is it? There is one more thing I'd like to ask you. You were in the in-flight shop just before the turbulence, weren't you? Please, answer honestly. Yes, I was. And why were you there? Well, I... Why the sudden hesitation? Franziska seems to have struck a nerve. Uh-oh. All I did was go check up on the shop like I always do. You're saying it was for work then? Yes. I'm in charge of the shop, so I have to keep an eye on it. I don't have any reason to go there otherwise. After your visit to the shop, you paid a visit to this room, correct? Yes. I came back to freshen up and adjust my makeup. I'm sorry, but there isn't much else to tell. Mr. Nero claims to have no reason other than duty to go to the shop. But is that all there is to it? Maybe I should ask her about that thing. That thing? The suitcase? Or the Yugo statue? The suitcase? I think it's a suitcase, right? Since she designed it, if you could please take a look at this for me, Mr. Nero. Oh, that suitcase! Yes, about this suitcase. You are the one who designed it, correct? And I think I figured something else about it. This suitcase is the reason you went to the shop, isn't it? There's nothing you won't find out eventually, is there? Won't you please tell me more about this suitcase? Yes, I was interested in seeing how the suitcases I had designed was selling. I know that as a service professional, I'm not supposed to care. But I really wanted to know. And I was glad to see that it was the last one there. Oh. The last one there? The last suitcase. So you're saying, Mr. Nero, that the suitcase in question was the last one? Yes, they're just so popular, they're practically flying off the shelves. That's not exactly the impression I got. The one in the shop is most definitely the last one. Well, we're currently looking at that suitcase. Really? Then I guess we sold all of them. Thank you very much for taking the last one. I didn't say anything about buying it. Then say you'll buy it. I'm sorry. I can't. But why? I think it'd go great with your complexion, Mr. Edgeworth. It really suits you. I guarantee it personally as a service professional. Well, that is... How should I put this? It's hideous. What? Maybe that was a bit too... You think? He does not know how to sugarcoat it. He could have just said, oh, it's not my type, or I don't know if I like it. But no, he had to say it's hideous. Moving on. My issue with the suitcases isn't the design, it's the number of them remaining. Remaining? There were 2 suitcases in the in-flight shop when I investigated it. 2? But that's impossible. Jesus, Edgeworth. I'm telling you, he doesn't know how to... He probably doesn't know how to talk to women, or men, or anybody. Unless he's investigating. Now you're just throwing sand at her. And also, like, Squeezing a lemon into her wounds. Tenari says, I'm sure there was only one. Looks like her story has generated quite the contradiction. When I left the shop, I'm positive there was only one suitcase. Something is amiss here. What could be the meaning of this inconsistency? By the way, Miss Tenero, what is one of those suitcases doing here? So there's three suitcases? That's mine. I thought you said there was only one left. Uh-oh. What will happen? That one is... It's mine. Oh, I was right! I've used it for a very long time now. Are you sure about that? She used it for a long time. I think not. That's what... Okay, I was about to say... Didn't we just say that it was, like, not scratched? Miss Tenero, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't lie to me. Excuse me? I don't believe for even 1 second that you've used it... that you've used this for a very long time. What proves that this hasn't been used for as nearly as long as Miss Tenero says? Do we just point at the price tag? Also, pause. I just want to say, the suitcase kind of looks like a duck. Like, this is like the beak, and this is the eyes. It's like a chicken. It's a bit yellow. This is maybe it's like little like fluff on the forehead. How do I see things in other things? I do not know. Anyways, let's present the price tag.
Take that!
Tell me, Miss Tenero, is it also your habit to keep the price tag pristine on your suitcase? What is the meaning of this? Why would you lie about a suitcase? Yeah, lady. Despite having faith in her design sense, the sales numbers made her cry bitter tears. The truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. It is? Miss Tenero, I think I understand. I know what you are trying to hide. Now then, this suitcase was originally in... oh my god. It is in... Okay, well, this has to be the answer, right? The in-flight shop. Otherwise, where else would it have been in? It wouldn't have been first class, and it wouldn't have been the attendance room. Look, we got three answers and a lot of life left. So even if we mess up, we can go again. It was originally in the in-flight shop. Seeing as how the price tag is still on this suitcase, one can only assume it was out on the floor for sale in the shop. And the person... Oh my god, it continues! And the person who bought this suitcase was... It can't be her. Right? Right? Edgeworth just keeps kicking her down the stairs. It was... Oh... My Shayla, you bought this? The person who bought this suitcase was you, Rhoda Tenero. It was you, wasn't it, Miss Tenero? I hate to say this, but the suitcase that you designed, it hasn't sold very well, has it? Oh, not only did we just kick her down the stairs, we rolled her out of the house, down another set of stairs. You saw how poorly this design that you poured your heart into was selling and were deeply hurt. That's why you wanted to make it look like it was selling by buying it yourself. Isn't that right? Then, the reason you went to the shop and came back here was... I'm sorry. All I really have is my job. I was overjoyed when my design was chosen. I thought that maybe I had finally accomplished something. But the suitcase didn't sell. It's because of the design, isn't it? All because it says, as you put, hideous. I can't say they chose a great place in which to sell them either. We weren't selling a single one, and they were just sitting there collecting dust. I felt so bad seeing them there, day in and day out. So I decided to buy one for every flight I worked. What? How much money does she have? You buy one every single time you work a flight. I see. So in order to keep your resolution, you went and bought one today as well. Yes, and here is my receipt for that purchase. This receipt is clearly time-stamped 5:40 a.m. Ah, interesting. Bought at the in-flight shop and left in attendance room. The timestamp says 5:40 a.m. That's a lot of money. 1,200 for a suitcase? Ouch! To my bank account. The truth is, there's still a bunch of them left unsold. They're planning to scrap the remaining ones at the end of this flight. Mr. Nero, where are the other suitcases? They should all be down in the cargo hold. Then the suitcase the killer used could very well have come from the cargo hold. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't think that the killer used one of my suitcases to... Yes, I do. The killer used one of your beloved suitcases. Edgeworth! Look at his stupid smile, and he's saying that so proudly in front of a woman, in front of her, where she's so, self-conscious. Oh my god. Just squeeze lemon in her eyes too, why don't you? Oh my goodness! Oh my... Stop, I can't. But to continue, to remove the victim's body. How could they? Those suitcases were meant to be faithful partners to our passengers on their trips. That's all I ever wished for them to be. Mr. Nero, is there any other way to get to the cargo hold other than the elevator? The only other way is just through that door there. And what about security? That door has no special lock installed. Because just to enter this room, you need a special keycard that only crew members have access to. Which means that the culprit is someone who can enter this room, eliminating the passengers and leaving only crew members as potential suspects. I can't believe it. Hold it! Uh-oh. Yes, Francisca? Going on these wild goose chases, you're a disgrace to the Von Karma name. And what do you mean by that? The suitcase came from the cargo hold. That fact alone tells the whole story. Yes, which is why I said the culprit must be a crew member who used their keycard. Miles Edgeworth! You're proposing that the killer rode the elevator from the cargo hold, correct? Yes, that's the only realistic possibility. The other attendant, Miss Neal. I asked her earlier, and she had this to say. Francisca got information out of Miss Neal. In order to make the elevator go down to the cargo hold, a different keycard is required. A different one? Yes. And the only person who holds that particular card is the captain. Oh, never mind. Is you, Miss Rhoda Tenero, and only you. Ah! What? Is this true, Miss Tenero? Yes. I keep that key card in my locker at all times. Uh-oh. Everything is not going well for her. Could you please show us that card right now? The card's gonna be missing. That's all I'm gonna say. Yes, hold on. It's going to be missing. Ah! I don't believe it. What's wrong? The key card, it's gone. Ha, ha, ha. Very clever. Pretending that your card was stolen when in fact you're just trying to hide it from us. So you're telling me Meal and the captain were in cahoots? Unless it really was Miss Tenero. I guess we'll have to wait and see. You've really thought this through. Wait! It's not like that! You can tell us all about what it's like down at the station. Officer, arrest this woman! Yes, ma'am! Mr. Edgeworth! Oh! Uh-oh. What's wrong? There's disbelief written all over your face. Franziska, I know that you are the lead investigator on this case. However, hold it! Don't even think about wasting any more of my time. You know the rules as well as I do. Evidence speaks louder than words. Even if this isn't a courtroom, that basic tenet still applies. I intend to investigate the cargo hold now. What will you do, Miles Edgeworth? I intend to do likewise. To be continued! Oh, you know the rules and so do I. Oh, yeah, we are saving our progress. Oh my goodness. I honestly, okay, Cammy and the pilot. It has to be one of those two, right? March 12, 2:52 p.m. The lower deck cargo hold. How big is this plane? Thank you, Franziska von Rickroll. Almost. Thank you. I am stretching. I went to the gym like 2 days ago, and I'm in pain still. That's what I get for not stretching post-gym. But alas. Wow. So this is the cargo hold, huh? Okay, hold on. Pause. Option. I don't think I changed... Oh. Does this change based on when I play pixel art and non-pixel? Oh, I don't think... sorry. I don't think we changed it from last stream. So we're going to go to our new arranged soundtrack now. Apologies. It's so big! What the heck? There's so many suitcases! This plane is a special model. It has both a super large cargo hold and an ultra luxurious first class seating. So is this the real scene of the murder? There is certainly a high probability of that, which is why we are here, correct? Okay, let's get investigating, sir. Alrighty, well, time to investigate down here. So let me move out the way. Bit of some flammable items. Tasty winery. All sorts of boxes are piled up here. This one says flammable. And this one, it says pharmaceuticals. This one says for exorcism use only. What? Just what kind of operation is this airline running? That's what I'd like to know. The hell? Alrighty. Oh, I just love pushing the buttons on elevators and crosswalk signals. Yeah, you should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it. The elevator is currently stopped on the first floor, detective. It can't move. Oh yeah, I guess nothing would happen if you pushed it now. Well, nothing would happen normally anyway without the special key card. Both the door to the attendance room and the elevator's control panels require a key card, which makes it impossible for a passenger to come down here. Damn, is this a cargo flight or an Airbus? It is in the eye of the beholder. Hi, Kuros! I hope you're doing well. Alrighty, so let's actually talk to Gumshoe. Notice anything? This cargo hold is really big! I can't believe they can fit stuff like that in here. Detective, what are you going on about? We're in the middle of an investigation here. Whoa! Stuff's falling on me! I can't really get into my work without something like this happening first. Well, let's get this show on the road. So, which item do you want to start on? In this world, there are those who are how do I pronounce this? Masochistic? I don't even know how to pronounce that one. And then there is Gumshoe. Masochism? Nailed it? It sounds wrong. Thank you. Let's inquire about Tenera's lie. So that flight attendant, Rhoda Tenero, she's the killer, isn't she? No, Gumshoe, no! I don't think we can say for sure. Oh, well, I'm saying for sure that she's not. But there certainly are a great number of things pointing us in that direction. You mean, like how she didn't tell us about her buying her own suitcases? Yes. However, in regard to the keycard being stolen, I can't seem to find any evidence that she's lying about that. I'm doing okay. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. If you haven't done so already, and for those of you that are here as well, generally, if you haven't eaten yet, go get some grub, stay hydrated, brush your teeth before eating. You should always brush your teeth at the start of the day. But I digress. Have you noticed anything strange happening around here? No, sir. I haven't noticed a thing. I'm not sure that he meant to sound so oblivious. You arrive at the scene of the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? Hi, Pancakes! It's good to see you. Welcome in. How you doing today? And then, you then immediately began to direct the investigation. It seems to me that you were already here at this airport for something besides this murder. Yes, I was. Oh, why at this airport? Ramen? Delicious! I low-key would love some ramen, not gonna lie. Are you sharing? Are you gonna share with the class? Can I have a bit of soup, please? I've been following a very large and involved governmental level international crime. Is she allowed to say this? But it's much too large for one person to take on alone. So it was decided that I should form a joint investigation with Interpol. Okay! Franziska came to this airport as an Interpol liaison. Liaison? I said that wrong the first time. Apologies. Of course. Oh, thank you. Interpol is involved. It's a top secret operation, so I really can't tell you any more than I already have. Oh, Loki, let's liaison. Liaison? I don't want to say that. Let's show her our prosecutor's badge. There's something much more urgent we should be dealing with right now. Don't waste my time or yours. Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. Suitcase. Hey, what's the suitcase, pal? It's what the victim checked in, sir. So this suitcase belonged to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if we took a closer look. There's nothing out of the ordinary in here, sir. Wait, a file. And there's a photo of Miss Von Karma in it, sir. Oh, were they they meant to meet up? It looks like a profile on A profile! On Francisca! Why did Mr. Hicks have documents on Francisca in his possession? Why would Mr. Hicks have had a file on her? Let's have a look at the file in question. Oops. Oh, we can't? Well, technically it's not evidence, I guess. Okay, so now it's in our little logic brain ideas. The only reason I know about liaison is psychiatry. Oh, I only know it because it's just a word used in like comms, communications. I'm going to liaison with this person on your behalf. Bed sheets! I love bed sheets. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew. This sure brings back memories of when I worked as a part-time mover, sir. By the look in his eyes, he's waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. But no matter how he pours on the puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so. No! I would have asked him. Alrighty. Behind this big tarp? When will he let Gumshoe speak his mind? Never. Ah, this man, he tramples and crumples and crumples on everything. I didn't know that this plane was capable of carrying such a large pieces of cargo. This thing is as tall as 2 of you on top of each other, sir. It would probably take 20 of you to cover the entire surface of this monstrosity. What? Really? Yeah, I guess that sounds about right. Oh. There's really no need to take that throwaway estimate seriously, detective. Alright, and now the suitcases. Holy suitcases, Miss Edgeworth! It's like an all-you-can-use suitcase fair! These must be all the leftover ones they couldn't sell. The ones the company is planning to dispose of after the flight is over. This paint job is really cool, don't you think? It practically screams artsy! Oh? Why not purchase one then? I'm sure it will bring you much happiness. You think so? Then, maybe I will. Let's see here. $1,200! I think I'll pass. And Mr. Nero wonders why they don't sell. You'd need 2 jobs just to buy one. $1,200! You know what I could buy for that much? A new PC. A low-end PC. Also, I could buy that Lightning Farron and Noctis Lucis Calum statue, and also the JoJo statue. I could buy 3 things for the price of that much. Although, it definitely looks like one is missing. What is this brittle substance I'm stepping on? Oh. It's a bunch of glass fragments? What are these glass shards from? The window of the cabinet thingy. Alrighty, so now I'm assuming we kind of have a lot of logic ideas, so let's put the 2 and 2 together. Oh, the broken glasses is the glass shards from his glasses? Oh, I thought it was from... You know, that would make sense. I totally forgot about the broken glasses. A lot of instant noodles for Gumshoe. Can you imagine? Gumshoe's house is like the cup noodle museum. Oh, so many noodles. Think of how many Gumshoe you can have with... Honestly, if you buy us the packet ones for like under $1, oh, he's set for a couple days. Now, I feel like it's a bit self-explanatory. I think the profile on Francisca and the Interpol, maybe, I don't know. I feel like these 2 come to play, but we'll actually just do the glass shards. So the broken glass and the glass shards. The victim's glasses are broken. Were they broken during his murder? I don't think so. Beforehand? I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses. And the victim was wearing a pair of broken glasses. Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure that the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his lenses. Ergo, the victim was here, just as I suspected. So you're saying that the real scene of the crime was here, sir? Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now? Oh, is it? I didn't know that. Perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. However, I believe that the probability has just skyrocketed considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon. Surely these two come into play. Like, he has a profile on a profile? I can't even speak. Help, help. He has a profile on her because she's part of Interpol? Maybe let's put the 2 and 2 together. And if it doesn't connect, that's okay. Oh, they do. There you go. Now, why would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Franziska? Oh, I know. I bet he's a big fan of Miss Von Karma, sir. Franziska said that she had come to this airport as part of an Interpol investigation. Oh, maybe Mr. Hicks had heard she was coming here and he followed her. Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was, in actuality, Interpol Agent Hicks. I think Franziska has some explaining to do. There we go. The truth behind Hicks. You came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you? That's what I thought. I think at the beginning of the stream, I was like, maybe that's how they're connected. Nonsense. What are you talking about? We found a profile detailing information about you in the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks. Isn't that correct? I should have known you'd figure it out, Miles. But it looks like they got to him first. So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent then? So he is not her arranged partner? Nuh-uh! Yes. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring. Ooh. Agent Hicks was on the trail... okay, well, what I read at the bottom is basically the same in the report card. He went undercover to investigate this crime. And it was I who put him on this case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he had landed. I totally forgot that he had a cell phone. I never expected to receive a call about his murder instead. I think now we have pretty definitive evidence that Agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold. What was he doing down here, sir? So that means Franziska is still single. We have a chance. We have a chance, chat. There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Yo! Agent Hicks came here for a work-related reason. Of that, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Franziska, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation? No, unfortunately, I was going to find out from him after he landed. I see. But this raises another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo hold on their own. That's true. We've established this maybe like 20 minutes ago. Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew and entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in. And yes, and then he was murdered here. These glass fragments and his broken glasses are a testament to that. And then the killer put Agent Hicks into one of the spare suitcases and they entered the elevator. But while they were riding it up, the plane hit that patch of turbulence. Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Agent Hicks's body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor. I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage. What? Really, sir? I know what you're thinking, Miles Edgeworth. But the killer can be none other than Miss Rhoda Tenero. I don't think so. Definitive evidence. If it was a crew member, any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is the keycard that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda Tenero. I'd say it's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you? I know what she's trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that. I don't think so either. Rebuttal time! If it was a crew member, any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold.
Hold it!
That might be true, but then it could be anyone, including Miss Meal, or even the captain. Don't be a fool! A plane without a pilot in the cockpit is like a horse without a rider. Prop in hand, much like Scruffy over there. Yeah! What's he? I can't disagree with her on that. Detective Gumshoe does always need a guiding hand. Very well then. Very well. Then what about the other flight attendant, Miss Meal? Huh. I thought you might ask about her. But the point to keep in mind is the keycard that allows the elevator to come down here.
Hold it!
Sometimes I really can't tell if Edward is friend or foe to Gumshoe. I think he's a neutral party. He's neither too good and he's neither not too bad to him. But I don't know. I mean, he keeps him employed. He gives him money. I mean, who am I to say? Maybe he is the greater evil. But I digress. Edgeworth says, but it's highly likely that the key card was stolen from Miss Tenero.
Objection!
It's highly likely. Is that possibility the best you can come up with? And you call yourself a disciple of my father. Ugh. Yes, well, while I don't have any evidence, Be quiet. You're a disgrace. There's more evidence pointing to Miss Rhoda Tenero, you know? It's not just the keycard that gives her away. Are you talking about the murder weapon? The Captain Ugo piggy bank? Yes. She is also the only person with the key to open that display case. He is a very neutral employer if you think about it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I mean, I don't think he's gonna give him a pay rise anytime soon, but I guess that's okay. At least he's employed and I mean, if he likes noodles, he likes his noodles. I love noodles as well. Not as much as Gumshoe, I see. To proceed further, there is the matter of the key to the display case that held the murderous bank.
Hold it!
But that is a fake. Stop right there, Miles Edgeworth. You don't have any proof that this is just a red herring. If you must keep on insisting that it's a fake, then what is the real murder weapon and where did it go? Oh. Speechless, I see. That's not a surprise. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. There must be a way. There must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as the murder weapon. Let's, I was gonna say, well, our evidence, wouldn't we do, oops, sorry. Surely, you know what? I don't even know. I got nothing to add to that at the moment. Oh, I have to. What should be examined further to help us ascertain the authenticity of the weapon? Uh-oh, okay, well, I was gonna say, would it be the crime scene? Because looking at the, like, just the icons here, right? He has no hat. He has no hat on that one. But then he has a hat on this one. So surely, or maybe not the crime scene, but maybe the body? The body? Franziska, I think you were too quick to jump to your conclusions. Oh, was I? Yes. We don't even have the autopsy results yet. How can I not say that you made a snap judgment when you have yet to even see if the wound on Agent Hicks's head is consistent with the murder weapon? True. Scruffy! Yes, sir. Contact the medical examiner's office at once. I wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks's autopsy. Eek! Yes, sir! Oh, he's gone. Look at him go. We've got a big problem, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. What is it, detective? They're still doing the autopsy, but they said that they already know this one thing for sure. Report, now. The doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. From the victim's shoulder to his mid-back. He was beaten over such a wide area. That gumshoe eek. I feel like Gumshoe would actually scream like really high-pitched. Well, I'd say maybe it's a sign the killer had a grudge against Agent Hicks. It wasn't just his head. The killer went all out and hit him multiple times, sir. Autopsy report data jotted down. In our organizer, instantaneous death resulting from blow to back of head, bruising, head to mid-back. Scruffy, what is had a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean? Well, that's, was the wound on the victim's head consistent with the murder weapon, detective? Oh, well, they said they were still looking into that, sir. You're completely useless! Yow! Sir, I told you already, you can't go down there. No, you remove yourself from my way. Is this Mr. I need my art. What is all that racket? Oh yeah. My luggage, my cargo, they're mine, and I demand you return them to me. We're still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand and have a little patience. I suppose there is no choice. Is he just gonna like push his way through? Finally, I think he gave. Hey, what are you? You have left me no choice but to use strong force. Ah! You won't get past me. Uh-oh. No, he's actually just gonna step aside. He's just gonna fumble down the stairs. Oh. He's built like a freaking truck. There's no way he bounced off him like that. Oh My goodness. I love the pause and the moment. The gray tone. Him midair. That's it? So that's what this whole thing has been about. Oh? This is the Yakuza 3 revelation. Yeah. You can hear Edgeworth going, Eureka! Further, there is the matter of the key to the display case that held the murderous bank. Is there some way for me to prove that this isn't the real murder weapon? Oh, okay. So we're going through this like, we're actually doing our little revelation while he's falling. I don't know if I can think that fast. Nobody could find anything that could be considered the real weapon in the hold. The doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. Extensive bruising from the back of head down to mid-back, as if severely beaten. Oh. Oh my goodness. What? Oh, okay. Loki wasn't expecting for us to put the 2 and 2 together. Look, Miles Edgeworth may have been connecting the dots. Me? I don't think I was. I wasn't at all. So my neurons are activating to some degree. I need help. What is the next feeling telling you? Cause of death. Would be what we need to do. And then it'd have to be out of all of this. It would have to be the Ugo piggy bank. Right? Right? I think so. We're locking it in. I'm sending it. Bang! Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there is extensive bruising over such a wide area. But is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger. The unusually large area of bruising suggests that a very large weapon was used. Oh, interesting. So, a sizable weapon, and the weapon couldn't be found because it's too big. Bang! Connect the dots! If we're looking for a rather large weapon, you'd think it would stick out. But so far, we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps, just perhaps, it's something we all overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally, it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. Is he okay? I just winded over there. What was that all about? Was he trying to jump his way down here? Franziska? What? What do you want? I found it, Franziska. I found the real murder weapon. You did? He really jumped? We didn't realize it until now, but the answer has been right in front of us this whole time. He might be hurt. We should go check up on him, sirs. There's that pompous attitude of yours again. You should learn to drop that habit. This coming from a prosecutor, the habit of whipping everyone she comes across? Anyway, If you really are a prosecutor, then you'll back yourself up with evidence. You two aren't listening at all, are you? Come on then, show me this real murder weapon you speak of. I mean, we don't have the evidence at all. I don't have any evidence to show you. Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool from a foolishly foolish fool. Fool meant to fool me. That was really hard. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of fools in a foolish sentence. What do you mean by I don't have any evidence to show? Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which caused Agent Hicks's death is incorporeal. Forgive me, but I do believe I have figured out what was the real cause of death. He fell. Free fall. The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground. And I'm free falling. I don't know the lyrics to sing the rest. He fell to his death? Yes, this is the only plausible possibility. Hi, Karisu! The victim has extensive bruising on the back of his head and back. And the only rational explanation for these injuries is that he fell to his death. But the murder weapon happened inside this plane. I know. Are you claiming that there is some place in this plane from which he could have fallen from? As we literally just saw the man over there just fall from the staircase. As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time. You can't mean... Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs of this very cargo hold. What? Then we're in trouble. We may have a second death on our hands, sirs. Hey you! Tell me you aren't dead, pal! Why are you screaming? He's alive! And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. It's not possible that Agent Hicks fell over the railing to his death. That man is living proof of that. I suppose it's true that it's not possible, given the current circumstances. The current circumstances? What is that supposed to mean? Suppose that a large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then? It would have been a Burgundian pancake, for sure, sir. I suppose that man over there wouldn't still be breathing. But the reality is that the cargo box is there. So there is no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenarios. It may be there now, but there is no proof that it was always there. Ha! As if there could have been a window of time when that giant box was not there. Ah, but there was. What? What can I use to show her that it's possible the box was not always there where it is now? Would we do... Hold on. Let's take a look. Loki, what if that's on the cargo? In the... I'm trying to recall what's in our... I was gonna say, I'm sure we stopped over at some point and we refueled in Zhongfa. We made a brief stop from 4 AM to 5 AM to transfer cargo and refueled at transfer point. Present!
Take that!
You refueled in the Republic of Zhongfa? Yes. This flight had a short layover in Zhongfa in order to refuel. But that wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at that time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question. Ah, it's labeled Zhangfa Express. Correct, meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Zhangfa. It was loaded on board during the refueling between 4 and 5 a.m. at the transfer point. Now, what if the box in question was also loaded on at the same time? It would mean that the box was not here in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zhangfa leg of the flight, making a clear drop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible. But your theory is still very far-fetched. Then allow me a chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business will be to examine that piece of cargo in more detail. We are back to our investigation. Alrighty, before we do, let's have a chat. If you spot anything off, you come and tell me right away. Okay, pal? Roger, sir. It's rather unusual for Gumshoe to be so directing. He must outrank this officer. If you run into any trouble, you just leave it up to me, okay? Yes, sir. Watch out, Detective Gumshoe. Ow! I mean, he did get the heads up. Scruffy, I think your ego is in need of some deflating. I was following in your footsteps, sir. I want to try patronizing my subordinates. Oh! No, Gumshoe. Cruel and unforgiving to the detective, even in front of his own subordinate. All sorts of boxes are piled up here. Okay, we've read this one, so we'll skip it up, speed it up. I want to make sure we look at everything before we continue. Alright, we've seen this one, so we shall proceed. Maybe we could go upstairs and have a chat with the people up here. Oh, he's back up! How did he get back up? You can rant at me and Burgundian all you want, but no still means no, sir. What? You cheap man! You are only waiting for me to give you money, yes? This guy is really pushy. I wonder if he really makes any sales this way. As long as I never have to face him in court, he can be as pushy as he wants. Look at him! Look how, strong he is. I love that for him. Alrighty. If I may have a word with you, Francisca. I don't think you have the time for idle chatter. You still need to prove to me that your hypothetical situation is, in fact, reality. Let's have a talk to Gumshoe. Cause of death. Chest bump. Yeah. Legitimately, he's built like a truck. He ain't moving anywhere. Man, I can't believe Mr. Hicks fell to his death. I never would have guessed in a million years. That is still only a hypothesis. However, the investigation should prove it to be true. Speaking of falling, I'm glad that art guy's okay. He took quite the spill. Yes, he was lucky to have landed on top of that piece of cargo. I can just see it now. Passenger pays price for police foul-up. Did Prosecutor Edgeworth add fuel to the fire on the first murder with their second death? Yep, I'm willing to bet that it'd make the front page. That's not funny, detective. He should be a journalist with those titles. Oh, apparently we didn't read this previously. The leftover suitcases sit here, lined up in two pretty neat rows. Too bad for Mr. Nero, but this design is unmarketable. I'd buy one if it was cheaper, sir. Do you think they'd sell it to me at a discount? Oh, or why don't they sell them in the airport and have a bargain basement sale? Buy one, get one free. If you win the raffle, you get one more for free. How about those ideas, sirs? I think if they did that, everyone would lose. I'm glad Mr. Nero isn't here to hear that. Oh my god. So, Mr. Hicks was actually an Interpol agent. That is so cool. I can't believe he was from Interpol, the adventure, the glamour, and the miraculous big escape when you get caught by the enemy. Except in this case, there was no big escape. And no miracle. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing. Alright, we've read this one, so we're gonna skip a Rooney, and now we're gonna investigate. This is a rather large piece of cargo. There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. A-Live Red Statue? Never heard of it. Oh, curious! Enjoy, cousin. I don't know how to pronounce that one. I've seen bits and bobs. It looks pretty good. Enjoy, have fun, and thank you for lurking. I appreciate you. Don't bully Gumshoe. It's not me. It's all Mr. Edgeworth. Never heard of it, says Gumshoe. Nor have I. But all I care about is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime. Then let's get investigating, sir. Ram, scissors, archery practice, upside down tree, Jojo, part 5, beetle, exclamation mark, question mark, a droplet with a bit of pizzazz, a ladybug, Hadoken, I'm sorry, exclamation mark. No, he came down! No! He was so stalwart up there. Look here! Do not go about touching my possessions without my permission. Ah! Don't rush up on me like that, pal. So, this belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, does it? I should see what else I can find out from him. Oh, sorry. LeBlanc's cargo. I take it that this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc. Of course it is mine. I shipped this fine piece of art from Europe. This A-Live Red statue is worth 10 million cents. No, maybe much, much more. Mr. LeBlanc's reasoning for choosing this plane must have been the large cargo hold. 10 million cents. I suggest you stop trying to calculate how many packets of noodles that makes, detective. How did you do that? I feel like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year. Though I grow with each revolution of the planet around the sun. I have the distinct impression he continues to madly spin in place. Hey, Miss Edgeworth. So that 10 million cents, is that in euros or in dollars? Does it really make a difference to our case? Mr. LeBlanc, there is a chance that your cargo is related to our murder case. I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it a bit closer. It is a very valuable piece of art, so no, there will be no touching. Can we, okay, low-key, if we show this, will he talk about the art piece in the background, I wonder? Also, where is this man's phone? Like, where is it? Well, anyways, present. Why do you show me something of no value? Oh, well, never mind. Show me the bread first, and maybe we will talk. Wait, he wants me to pay him before he'll comment on this? Nuh-uh. If I may have a word with you, Francisca. So I guess I do have to present him something. It's either that or we go to our little brain and connect 2 dots together. I mean, Mr. LeBlanc claims to have brought a piece of art from Europe, but what if it was a bit of something from the smuggling? Would these two be together? I don't think so. I don't think we put that together. Actually, I think so. I think so. Valuable piece of art and smuggling. Connect. If Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring, then it's possible this fake statue was brought on board in Zhangfa. I need to think to question him a bit further. Fake statue. About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc. I wonder if it might be a fake. What? How dare you say my art is fake? I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring. Hi, Angel! Welcome in! How have you been? Coming at a good time because these two are yapping and arguing. Don't say such fantastical things. Those thieves would not dare. I have the certification of my cargo right here. Do you mean the cargo certification document? Mr. Zinc LeBlanc, why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us at once. I can't read this. What does it say? It says as plain as day, the cargo was put onto the plane in Europe. And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. Too bad for you. This statue was brought on board in Europe, just as it states in the certificate. No, that's... Which means that there never was a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there. Uh-oh. The Aleph Red certificate has been jotted down. Document written in Burkinian, proof that the statue was loaded on board in Europe. I respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself. Then you can have your wish. Look at it yourself and see I am right. Oh, super. Thank you so much for the resub. 54 months. Enjoy the emotes as always, and thank you so much for your support over the years. I really appreciate you, and I'm very grateful. I hope you're having a good day. Being good, I use all my brain power to pick spells for a D&D character. Ooh. Priorities. I like it. How many spells does your D&D character have? For me, I'm good, thank you. I'm very keen to see where the story goes for our chapter. As LeBlanc says, oh, go ahead, see that I'm right. See that you're wrong, buddy. This is a fake. Pause. It's gray, right? Oh wait, hold on. Wait, its eyes are different. This is the real deal. The red one? And that one has yellow. I've already... If someone says, what's the difference between photo A and photo B? I am an expert at that. 21 whole spells. You had to pick 10. That's a lot. Look, my characters in video games have like what? Like 4 or 5 main elements, and I forget. I forget what elements are what. This! I know I've seen this somewhere before. And this is the Aleph Red. Where's the red? It gives off such a feeling of art! I can practically smell it. This statue has a high amount of historic value. After it was unveiled at a museum in Europe. Oh, we might as well. We already have the evidence to show. Hi, Shono Grums. I hope you're doing well today. Welcome in. And you had to pick 11 from my subclass. Oh my god. I feel like D&D is such a big rabbit hole. I've never stepped into said rabbit hole. But, oh my goodness. How exciting. I mean, I get excited when I pick subclasses in like JRPGs too. But like, I don't think it's as extensive. That's awesome though, Angel. To proceed in our Ace Attorney, LeBlanc says, I brought it to this country to exhibit it. The piece of art being shipped by Mr. Blanc, who claims it is worth 10 million cents. Dungeons and Wabbits. It's Wabbit season. It's duck season. I freaking love Looney Tunes. I believe a closer look is warranted here. Alright, yeah, I already know what the difference is. The eyes. So this is the infamous Aleph Red statue. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Did you find something? There's something wrong with this picture. We should examine it more in detail. It's the eyes, it's the eyes, deduce! Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yes, this one, present! These eyes are awfully orange, don't you think? Yeah, and pretty. They remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school, sir. I don't think you see what I'm talking about. A friend showed me some spells from Pathfinder 2E. Oh, I don't know anything about Pathfinder. I think I actually... Do I have that game? I think I might have that game on Steam. Oh. But I digress. No, I do, says Gumshoe. But it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir. Ah, the memories. Thanks for the memories. Does anyone remember that song? That one's a throwback. Gumshoe, scene is set. I remember standing out in that field, spinning with my arms out until I felt ill. I don't care about sunsets. Focus, detective. What color are the eyes in this photo? Huh? Oh, sir, they're red. As I thought, this statue is a fake. Mr. LeBlanc, what do you want? Do you not know I am a busy man? I'll allow you 2 seconds for your answer. The Aleph Red, I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not? It is the biggest trophy on this European trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess this statue? The trigger started 17 years ago. Better grab a chair, sir. This one sounds like it's gonna be a long story. Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you, and you have my heartfelt sympathy. But what is that? Sympathy? For what? You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes. That large yellow there has very bright and pretty eyes compared to you. I wasn't talking about the two of us. I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo. Why the sudden yelling? Now then! Oh. It is a photo of the statue on display at the museum in Europe. What? Now do you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is a fake. A fake? I believe that even further examination will be required. Now that we have confirmed that this is indeed a fake, there must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Zhangfa. And I will present to you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction. Oh. Is it this? It would be. It'd be the palette? Oh, sorry. Yeah, it would be. Or rather the cloth, because it's like on top of it. Like spell list from Pathfinder is absolutely gargantuan, and some of them are really funny. Like phobia, make a creature have an irrational fear of something so bad that it goes insane. Like imagine being a common and minding your own business, and the magic person goes, hocus pocus, F your sanity. That sounds a bit overpowered. Okay. I think we're going to deduce this little section of our cargo. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Oh! Oh, we didn't even look at this. The answer would be... yes? I think that would be cargo from Zhangfa. It was, I think so. Present. There is clearly a contradiction here. What are you going on about? It's just a simple case of a cargo cover getting stuck under a piece of cargo. Or is it? Ah, that's not possible. But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue is on top of the cloth. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Zhangfa, there is no way that any part of it should wind up under something from Europe. Which means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in Zhangfa. But then, what about the cargo certificate? Let me ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? There is only one reason why: to secure proof of smuggling activity aboard this flight. So you say, but I don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. We could have just as easily inspected all of the cargo after the plane landed. That may be true. However, you have it backwards, Francisca. She does? Interesting. There are some spells that are like specific. There's a spell used to waterproof books, and only waterproof books. Look, if I was like a scribe, I would want that. Sure, to continue, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed. But he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have been after the swap had occurred. At that time, the suspicion would naturally fall onto the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove that the statue was switched without his knowledge. Which means there is someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates. Really? Oh my god, Loki, the plot thickens. Document in Burgundian says statue was loaded on board in Europe, but statue is a fake. And the only person we know of so far that can understand Burgundian is Miss Meal, because she translated on his behalf, I think, at one stage. I guess the victim knew the real version of this was gonna get nabbed, huh? Interesting. I'm now tempted to turn a light novel character into a Pathfinder build. I feel you should, you know. You only live once, and you might as well dive into that rabbit hole and creativity. To proceed. Yes, while this photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir, it was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold. A rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all he had to do was hold the Zhangfa cargo crew and arrest the smuggler. Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory. If the statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zhangfa leg of the trip, there would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Officer! Move this statue immediately. I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath. Now. Miss Von Karma, I'm ready to report my findings, says Forensics. Go on. After moving the Alifred statue out of the way, we tested the area under it with luminol, and there was a reaction. Uh-oh. I see. There was a reaction to luminol, an indication that there was blood in that spot. Ugh. Can we stop looking at it now, sirs? It would seem that my deductions were correct, after all. I suppose it would appear that way. The culprit cleaned the blood up well. How do you think the killer did that? How did the killer clean up all the blood? The cloth. The Burgundian cloth.
Take that!
The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. I see. They had a need to clean up all the blood before the plane landed in Zhangfa. Yes, because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover. So you guys are saying that the murder happened before the plane landed in Zhangfa? There is no other conceivable timeline for the events of the murder. But if that is true, then that throws a certain person's testimony into doubt. If the murder occurred before we landed in Zhangfa, then this becomes highly suspect to Miss Mills' testimony. Recall Miss Mills' testimony about Agent Hicks in regard to when we departed Zhangfa. I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know. She claims Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls, but that totally contradicts the facts, sir. Why would she lie about something like that? I think the only person who can answer that is Miss Meal herself. Dun dun dun. To be continued again? Interesting. Of course, we're going to continue. There she is, Sleepy Gal. March 12, 3:35 p.m. on flight G390 lower deck cargo hold. Oh, she is sleepy. Miss Meal. Miss Meal? Huh? Do you recall what you said earlier? About when you answered someone's service calls as we were departing from Zhangfa? Huh? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible, because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zhangfa. Oh? Miss Tammy Meal. Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did. No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Meal. But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction. Very well. Miss Meal, if you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found. Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh my goodness. Miss Meal's alibi. Yeah. From 3 to 4, I was, in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was, in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. What? How is a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Meal, wake up! Ah! Easy. She fell asleep again. It looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. Wake up!
Hold it!
Wake up, girlie. Pressing her statements. Miss Meal, wake up! I'm awake. Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you do something about this flight attendant this instant. Why ask me to wake her up when you can finally put that whip to an appropriate use? From 3 to 4, I was, in the flight attendant's room,
Hold it!
all by my lonesome. If I remember correctly, food was being served in the first class and the lounge between the hours of 3 and 4 a.m. Yeah, but that kind of stuff's run by Miss Rhoda. Then what were you doing in the attendant's room at that time? Eating, and then having a most delicious dream. You mean you were neglecting your duties? No way! Sleeping's part of our job too, you know. Wake up!
Hold it!
Press! Miss Meal, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up! I'm awake, I'm awake. Come on, Franziska! Yeah! Ouch! What did you whip me for, sir? Oh, what did I miss? A poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your stead. Really? Sorry about that. You can make amends for that by continuing with your testimony. And from 5 to 6, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self.
Hold it!
So you were alone the entire time, were you? Yeah, no one else even popped their heads in to say hi. Oh, well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. Okay, kind of. Oh, what should I do? Should I raise an objection? Well, obviously, we raise an objection. Miss Meal, there is a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony. Huh? What are you talking about? It's not possible that you weren't alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6. Because, guess who came back? Rhoda. Miss Tenera came back with the suitcase.
Take that!
I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Meal. Huh? A receipt? What for what? It's for the suitcase Miss Tenero brought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m. Miss Tenero? Yes! Huh? Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have her locked up by now. I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Miss Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in-flight shop, correct? Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which, I went straight to the attendant's room to drop it off. And did you see Miss Meal there at the time? No. So, Miss Meal, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? I wish I could fall asleep like that. Damn. Miss Tammy Meal! Huh? Ah, the bathroom? I'll be the one to ask the questions here. Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know. You take me for a fool. That's a little too convenient to be true. But it's the truth. Cross my heart. I don't have enough conclusive proof to cannot argue her at this stage. You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out? Reason for suspicion. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. But you'd think then maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes us super suspicious. Please leave Miss Tenere out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now. I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda. Of course, I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I? This character is really sus, especially how she dresses. She's not professional! There was a full poster in that attendance room. She doesn't do half of the things on it. Never mind, Meal says. But you want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kinda I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design. Now's not the time for this sort of talk. We're gonna rebuttal every single thing that she's said so far. I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew.
Hold it!
No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statements regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies. Ah, but say I wasn't an attendant. You wouldn't suspect me then, would you? Yes, I suppose that's true enough. But you'd think then maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda.
Hold it!
She's already being detained for further questioning. Or have you already forgotten? Oh yeah, guess I just forgot. Cammy, don't tell me you suspect me too. Sorry, can't help it. I mean, other than you, there's no one else who could have done it. I can't believe you would think that. I mean, me? A killer? Miss Meal, what did you mean just now by no one else could have done it? She's the only one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop, you know.
Hold it!
And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal? I take care of the attendance room. No, she doesn't. That doesn't count. If she did, it'd be nice and tidy. Aw, but I spend so much time in there. It might as well be my responsibility. Mr. Edgeworth, Cammy is very talented in languages. So she assists passengers who may not speak English, especially those who speak Borginian. She is the only one on this flight who is fluent. Oh, you meant that kind of what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place? What else could I have meant to? Yeah, so I'm really good at Borginian. She's fluent in Borginian. Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Borginian. Cammy is trying so hard. Yeah, leave her alone. Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Borginian. Is she fabricated? Very interesting. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious.
Hold it!
Actually, your on-the-job behavior makes you super suspicious in my— Yeah, right? In my eyes. Huh? But why? While Miss Tenera is busy with passengers and all of her other duties, you have a lot of free time on your hands. Thus, providing you with ample time to commit the crime.
Objection!
Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you cease and desist in this line of conjectural questioning. I won't allow you to bluff your way through this like a certain defense lawyer. But I do not honestly believe Miss Meal does any actual work aboard this flight. Oh, that's not true, Mr. Edgeworth. Although, well, all I'm in charge of are the attendance room and some Borginian stuff.
Hold it!
So what exactly do you do as the one in charge of some Borginian stuff? I do stuff like translate things from and into Borginian. Cammy is the only member of the crew who understands Borginian, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Meal, I take it then that it is your job to process all the Borginian paperwork. Yeah, see, I totally pull my weight around here. So it would appear. Perhaps I should ask her for a few more details about her work and... Miss Meal, it's very unladylike to push suspicion onto someone else. That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just saying that Miss Rhoda is very sus. There you go, pushing everything onto her again. I don't get what you're saying. It must be a really abstract concept, huh? Sus! The only thing abstract here is the landscape inside your head. Damn! Wait. How do I take this photo? That one's a new insult. Oh, Miles. Actually, a fire writing for him. Alrighty, so we are going to do. We're gonna present our evidence to the newest statement that we've gotten, which is at the end. All I'm in charge of are the attendance room and some Burgundian stuff. So we're gonna actually present the paperwork, the Aleph Red certificate.
Objection!
Nuh-uh. Miles can kick you down, but he does it stylishly at least. He literally has, what's the word? Like, style points. Yeah. So, you are the only one in this flight crew that speaks Burgundian. Is that correct? Oh! Yeah. I guess so. I studied abroad in Burgundy for a while. If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose. To lead anyone who read it to believe that Miss LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Burgundian is you, Miss Cammy Meal. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Aleph Red could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you. Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, and here comes the change in personality. It is exactly as you say. Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling? No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document. But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There is no direct correlation, after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper. Mother of 180, yeah. Really? All you did was sign it. Yeah, I was thinking that it's such like an interesting way to censor it. I kind of like it. It definitely matches the character. I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So sorry about that. It seems that she's finally waken up. This is going to be one tough fight. Suppose, and this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that.
Objection!
If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? It's not a cigarette censoring. The bubbles are meant to represent her sleeping. True. We've definitely seen the bubbles. After all, unlike me, to proceed, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane for work purposes. So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case. What are you talking about? Oh, she seems a bit agitated. Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First, it was myself, and now it's Miss Tenero, who is under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can. You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up or that she isn't. Actually, I believe I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all of the blame for the crime onto her. And this evidence will prove my suspicions. This proves that the killer was out to frame Miss Tenero from the very beginning, and I believe it's going to be the Go You suitcase that we're going to present.
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? Oh my god! Get your hands off the eyelids! Oh, the poor guy. He's being stretched. The only way of all these actions makes sense. If the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenero for the murder. And what has she been doing all this time, may I posit? But also grab hands? Yeah. Miss Tenero buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body? That would put her in a very tight spot. Oh, thank you. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand. Adapted their plan. And tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor. Wouldn't you agree? Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway? That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. What special circumstance dictated the need for the killer to frame someone? Where the murder took place, when the murder took place, who the murder victim was. Well, the special circumstance would have been where the murder took place. The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chance that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss Tenero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Miss Tenero or myself, but you, Miss Chamomile. Only you and you alone could be the killer. And... Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence. Ugh, she's right. I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? The phone? We haven't talked about the phone in ages. Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture.
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence. I thought not. But that's because it went missing and still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on. And that is the victim's cell phone. Franziska? You were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks's cell phone. Or at least, that's what you told me. That's right. But Agent Hicks's cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. You mean the killer took the phone with them? Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer. Come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well? We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Oh, is she gonna call it? Francisca, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Ooh, yes! Of course I do. Agent Hicks's phone! It's ringing from somewhere, sir. I hear it, Detective. Now, where is it coming from? Find my phone the old school way. Yeah. Where is it? Let's have a chat to them before we head on out. Mr. Edgeworth. Don't worry, Mr. Nero. I will get to the bottom of this and find the truth. So please, wait here until I return. All right. Thank you for all you're doing, Mr. Edgeworth. It sounds like it's coming from the flight attendant's room. I agree. Please don't hang up just yet. Let me find it first. That's fine, but let's get one thing straight. Yes. Don't you dare answer his phone when you find it. Understand? I understand that you don't want to pay for the call. Z. Miss Meal, wake up! Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I got sleepy all of a sudden because it sounds like a lullaby I used to love as a child. I'd better find that cell phone fast. I feel like if we look at everything, it's going to be the same thing, so we're just going to head on up. 4:12 p.m. in the first floor flight attendant's room. The ringing's coming from somewhere in here, sir. Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. It's going to be in the locker. Roaming fees do hurt. The ringing's coming from somewhere around here. But it's not here, sir. Is it in the bin? Wait, is that what it is? Why do I have such a bad feeling we're going to find the phone? Uh-oh. Oh, it's in Miss Tenero's locker. The ringing's coming from in here, sir. What? No, it can't be. This has got to be the victim's cell phone. Just whose locker is this, sir? It's Miss Tenero's. What? Uh-oh. March 12, 4:28 p.m. The lower deck, cargo hold. So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone? And I believe Cammy did plant it. I found it in the flight attendant's room in Miss Tenero's locker. What? But Rhoda Tenero, I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away.
Objection!
Oh, damn. Wait, I have a theory that is related to the incident with the key card. And this is where I'm going to put it on a little bit of a cliffhanger. I will have to pause this stream for next time and this game. I'm sorry to do this. I'm so sorry to do this. But we'll save. This is the record that we're saving it. RTL, forgetting it. We'll have to put this on a pause for next time on stream because I have to do some errands before the shops close today. No, but I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll be back to see what Miles Edgeworth is talking about. Good, Jim. Thank you. No, it's God, the shops will close soon, so we gotta skedaddle. I gotta skedaddle. So let's go back to the title to listen to the music. We already saved, so we're gonna not save. Yes. Bang. Back on the Go You airline. We're going. No, but thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you are interested to see what happens next. I will be posting the schedule soon. But no, I appreciate all of you being here. Thank you for hanging out. It's lovely. I am excited to find out what happens next. And that as well, Overwatch is on, so low-key, I want to watch that too. But until next time, happy Easter. Thank you. Happy Easter to all of you. Stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And as always, lovers, I will see you guys again soon. Enjoy your day. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Until next time.